One something. Hi friends. So let's continue with the linear equations. So basically, the question is solve for x comma y, where 6 ax plus by is equal to 3a plus 2b, and 6 into bx minus ay is equal to 3b minus 2a. These are the two equations. Okay, now what we have to do is we can do this by elimination. Okay, here x has a, but in the second equation x has b. Okay, so why not multiply the first equation by a and second equation by b? Okay, so that the y gets eliminated. See here, there is by in the first equation. So if we multiply it by a, and there is ay in the second equation, so if we multiply it by b, we can see that it will get eliminated, so that the y term can be eliminated. Okay, so first equation multiplied by a. When we say multiply, you have to multiply both RHS and LHS, plus second equation times b, again multiply it both LHS and RHS by b. Okay, excuse me. So 6a into ax plus by plus 6b, 6 is already there, we are just multiplying it by a. 6b into bx minus ay is equal to, that is LHS multiplied and added, RHS also multiply by a, 3a into 3a plus 2b plus b into 3b minus 2a. Okay, now slowly simplify it. 6a squared x, 6aby, 6b squared, okay, 6b squared minus 6aby. Here's why the y term gets cancelled. A into 3a is 3a squared plus 2ab plus 3b squared minus 2ab. Okay, simplifying it, we get 6a squared x plus 6b squared x is equal to 3a squared plus 3b squared, or x is equal to 3 times 3 into a squared plus b squared divided by 6 into a squared plus b squared. Cancel a squared plus b squared, cancel 3 with 6, you will get half. X is equal to half. Okay, substitute this in equation 1, that is 6ax plus by is equal to 3a plus 2b. So 6 into a plus half plus by is equal to 3a plus 2b. Simplifying it, you will get 3a plus 6by is equal to 3a plus 2b, or y is equal to 2b by 6b, that is 1 by 3. So the answer is x is half, y is 1 by 3. Okay. So next questions. 4 chairs and 3 tables cost 2100 rupees. 5 chairs and 2 tables cost 1750 rupees. Find the cost of 1 table and 1 chair. Okay. Let the cost of 1 table be T, and let the cost of 1 chair be C. T for table and C for chair. They are saying 4 chairs and 3 tables cost 2100 rupees. So 4C plus 3T is 2100. Similarly, 5C plus 2T is equal to 1750 rupees. Now again, we will solve this by elimination. What you do is, to eliminate T, you multiply the first equation by 2. Okay, and the second equation by 3, so that you will get 6t here and 6t here, and when you subtract, t will vanish. Okay, so first equation into 2 minus second equation into 3. So 2 times 4c plus 3t minus 3 times 5c plus 2t is equal to, you have to multiply the RHS also similarly, 2 times 2100 minus 3 times 1750. Okay, so if you simplify, you'll get 8c plus 60 minus 15c minus 60 is equal to 4200 minus 5250. So minus 7c will be 1050 minus, so c will come out to 150. Okay, so each chair cost 150 rupees. Substituting it in 1, we get 4 into 150 plus 3t is equal to 2100, or 3t is equal to 2100 minus 600, that is 1500, or t is equal to 1500 by 3, that is 500. So the cost of each table is 500 rupees. So this linear equations was solved by elimination method. You eliminated t from these two equations, solved for c, and then substituted for c and found out how much t was. Okay. Next question. Taxi charge comprises of fixed charge plus charge based on distance covered. Okay, so there is always some constant fixed charge like 100 rupees or something, and after that, whatever, how many kilometers you run per kilometer, there is a charge. For 13 kilometers, charge is 129 rupees, and for 22 kilometers, charge is 210 rupees. What is the charge for 32 kilometer? Okay, so you have to find what is the charge for fixed charge and what is the charge for per kilometer charge. Okay, let the fixed charge be equal to F, let the charge per kilometer be equal to K. Okay, given that the fixed charge plus the charge for 13 kilometers, that is 13 into K. See, if the charge is K for 1 kilometer, if you travel 13, then it is 13K is equal to 129 rupees. Similarly, F plus 22 kilometers, 22K is equal to 210. Okay, now if you do 2 minus 1, right, you get F plus 22K minus F plus 13K is equal to 210 minus 129, which means 9K is equal to 81 or K is equal to 9, right? So per kilometer charge is 9 rupees. Substituting it in equation 1, you can calculate F. It will come out to be 18. Okay, so 129 minus 117. Okay, that will come to 12. It is 12 rupees. The fixed charge is 12 rupees. So for 32 kilometers, you can see that you will have to pay the fixed charge plus 32 kilometers into charge per kilometer. Fixed charge is 12 rupees plus 32 into 9 rupees per kilometer. So total will be 300 rupees. Okay, so let's look at the next problem. Area of the rectangle reduces by 160 meter if the length is increased by 5 and the breadth is decreased by 4. Okay, however, if the length is decreased by 10 and the breadth is increased by 2, okay, the area of the rectangle decreases by 100 meter. Find the dimension of the rectangle. Okay, let the length be L and breadth be B and the area is equal to length into breadth. Okay, given that if you increase the length by 5 and decrease the breadth by 4, area is decreased by 160 meter square. So A minus 160. Whereas if you decrease the length by 10 and increase breadth by 2, that is B plus 2, then it becomes A minus 100. These are equations 1 and 2. And A is equal to L into B. Okay, that is equation 3. Okay. So continuing, you can see that LB plus, simplifying it, minus 4L plus 5B minus 20 is equal to A minus 160. Substituting for A, okay, LB and LB gets cancelled, right, because A is LB. So you'll get 4L minus 5B is equal to 140. That is equation 4. And similarly, you can get equation 5 where you'll get minus 2L plus 10B is equal to 80. Okay. Now you can solve this by elimination, because see, here you have 4L, here you have 2L. If you multiply the equation 5 by 2 times and add it to the equation 4, that's what we have done. Equation 4 plus 2 times equation 5, you will get eliminated. L is getting eliminated. You will get 15B is equal to 300. So B is equal to 300 by 15. You are getting 20. I am, briefly mentioning all the calculations, but when you are actually working out the problem, you please work it out step by step, slowly. But to keep the video short, I am jumping the calculations, but you can take your time and do the calculations. Okay. Substituting for B, you will get L is equal to 60. Okay. So length is 60 and breadth is 20. Okay. Next question. The school P and Q gave awards of rupees X for hockey and rupees Y for cricket. Okay. School P gave a total award of 9,500 rupees to students for hockey, 5 students for hockey and 4 students for cricket. There are 2 schools. One is school P and another is school Q. Okay. The school P gave 5 students award for hockey and 4 students award for cricket. Each student got X for hockey and Y for cricket. Okay, X rupees and Y rupees. Think of it like that. School Q gave a total of 7,370 rupees and they gave the award to 4 students for hockey and 3 students for cricket. They have said respectively. Respectively means 4 students hockey and 3 students cricket. represent the info in algebraically. What is the hockey part, hockey prize money, and what is the total price if we have 2 hockey prizes and 2 students are cricket. Okay, so for hockey, per student is X rupees, it's given. For student, per student for cricket is Y rupees, it is given. Okay, for school P, they awarded 5 students for hockey and 4 students for cricket. So 5x plus 4y is equal to 9,500. Similarly, for school Q, 4x plus 3y is equal to 7,370. Okay, now again we can do by elimination. If you do equation 1 into 3 minus equation 2 into 4, y will get eliminated. That's what we are doing here. 3 times 5x plus 4y minus 4 times 4x plus 3y is equal to RHS also you have to multiply 3 times 9,500 minus 4 times 7,370. Okay. Again, you please do the simplification very carefully, but when you simplify it, you will find that x will be 980 rupees. Okay, substituting it back, you will find that y is 1150. Okay, you please take your time, do all the steps, slowly expand it and slowly simplify it. But to keep the video short, I am telling you the answers directly. So if you are awarding 2 students for hockey and 2 students for cricket, your total prize money will be 2 times 980 plus 2 times 1150, that is 2 times 2130, which is 4,260. Okay. Again, I am going fast to keep the video short, but you please pause the video and you do it slowly and step by step. Follow all the steps and you will get the right answer. To keep the video short, I am doing it fast. If x is equal to a and y is equal to b is the solution of x minus y is equal to 2 and x plus y is equal to 4, find a and b. By simple elimination, if you add equation 1 and equation 2, you can see that y will get eliminated, right? So x minus y plus x plus y is equal to 2 plus 4, because if you add LHS, you have to add RHS also. You will get 2x is equal to 6, which means x is equal to 3, right? And substituting in second equation, 3 plus y is equal to 4. So y is equal to 4 minus 3, it's 1. So if x is equal to a and y is equal to b, the answer we have is a is equal to 3 and y is equal to b, which is 1. Okay. Solve the following linear equation. Y minus 4x is equal to 1 and 6x minus 5y is equal to 9. Again, we do by elimination. We want to eliminate y. So there is positive y here and negative y here. So do equation 1 into 5 plus equation 2. So 5 times y minus 4x plus 6x minus 5y is equal to 5 into 1 plus 9. So simplifying, 5y will get cancelled. You will get minus 4x, 14x is equal to 14, or x is equal to minus 1. Substituting into equation 1, you can find out y value is minus 3. Okay. Again, to keep the video short, I have jumped the math steps, simplifying steps, but you take your time and simplify it and you'll get the right answer. Fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 2 is subtracted from the numerator, and becomes half when 1 is subtracted from the denominator. Find the fraction. Okay. Let the fraction be n by d, where n is the numerator and d is the denominator. What they are saying is, if you subtract 2 from the numerator, that is, if you do n minus 2 divided by d, it is equal to 1 by 3. And when you subtract 1 from the denominator, that is, n divided by d minus 1 is equal to half. Okay. Using these two equations, you can do a cross multiplication. 3 times n minus 2 is equal to d. Okay. And 2 times n is equal to d minus 1. So you'll get 2 equations. From these 2 equations, you can just do the elimination. You can just do equation 3 minus 4. That will give you n is equal to 7. And substituting it back, you will get d is equal to 15. So the fraction what we are interested in finding out is 7 by 15. Again, to keep the video short, I have shortened the explanation. But if you do the simplification steps properly, you will get the answer. Okay. Part of the hotel charges, that's the next question, is fixed, and remaining charges is the number of days one has taken food. So basically in the hostel, you're charged on a fixed charge for each month, and the number of days you take the food in the hostel, you are charged for so many days. Okay, Swati took food for 20 days and she pays a total of 3,000, whereas Manasi took food for 25 days and she pays 3,500. So find the cost, fixed cost, and the cost of food per day. Okay, let the fixed cost be F and let the food cost per day is equal to D. Okay, for the first girl, it is she took food for 20 days, so F plus 20 D is equal to 3,000. Okay, for the second girl, she took food for 25 days, so F plus 25 D is equal to 3,500. Okay, now simply subtract one from the other, the second first equation from the second equation. Okay, by elimination you will get F plus 25D minus F plus 20D is equal to 3,500 minus 3,000, which implies 5D is equal to 500 or D is equal to 100. That is, per day cost of the food is 100 rupees. And substituting back into equation 1, you will see that the F works out to be 1,000 rupees. Okay, so this is the answer, friends. So the fixed cost is 1,000 rupees, whereas per day food cost is 100 rupees. Okay, then solve for x and y. That's the next question. X plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0 and 3x minus 2y plus 7 is equal to 0. These are two equations. So if you want to do by elimination, you can see there is plus 2y here, there is minus 2y. Just adding it will enable y to get eliminated. So 1 plus 2 is x plus 2y minus 3 is equal to plus 3x minus 2y plus 7 equal to 0. So what happens? RHS is both 0, so if you add them together, you will get 0 only. So LHS, 2y will get cancelled because there is plus 2y and there is minus 2y. X will become 4x, okay, 4x plus 4 equal to 0, or x is equal to minus 1. Substituting back, you will get, y as 2, okay. So that's it, friends. Those are the problems we wanted to discuss with you. And thank you, friends.